we had a chemical reaction happening. Wait a minute. What happened there?
The Institute of Science for more than a decade has done outreach, and outreach means we take it on the road. We leave our home base and go out into the communities that we serve and work with those students, families, and communities with programs that are critical to their education and to their continued success.
This past year, the outreach was literally virtual for the entire year. But in a typical year, outreach means that we are going to a classroom or we are going to an after-school venue. We could be going to a birthday party. We could be going to a community event.
We've done some work where the Institute will visit every single grade at a school in a single day.
We would just descend on a school and there would be educators in classrooms all over the place sharing science and doing these programs.
It might be physics, earth science, life science, anthropology, archaeology, the list goes on and on. Literally any program that could be delivered here at the Institute of Science can be delivered via an outreach approach.
Okay. And anytime we have difference of opinion, what's your evidence? Okay, so I'd like your evidence.
We work as a partner with the districts and with the teachers in the schools. So we're not coming in saying, here's what we're going to teach. There are conversations with those districts and teachers beforehand saying, what do you need? How can we be a resource to you?
There have been times where it feels like the classroom experience that we're bringing is just in tandem with a conversation that the class has been having as a group before we arrived.
We will sometimes have a school call us and say, we'd love to bring our kids up to a field trip or to have Cranbrook come into our classroom, but we can't afford it. We don't have the budget. We can't afford the transportation. And our donors allow us to say, don't worry.
If this pandemic has taught us anything, it is the divide of what families and schools have or don't have. Without the money from Women Rock Science, we never could have delivered the tens of thousands of programs that we did, mostly virtually.
During the pandemic, we had to figure out, okay, how am I going to do lab activities where students may have to share lab materials? With the Cranbrook program, they were able to provide each student their own activity kit.
We spent hours figuring out what materials fit with a remote virtual program. There's no possible way a teacher could have that time to do that. I think we could spend easily 5 hours on one lesson. So if a teacher has 4 or 5 lessons in a day, there's not enough hours in a day to prepare at that level.
I actually got a science kit from Cranbrook. It was like about temperature and like what's happening in like the world with like the ice glaciers melting.
It's just like a really good experience because it's a very good visual of what we're learning about.
I was really stunned to read teacher feedback saying I wouldn't have been able to do this on my own. Whoa.
To our supporters over the past year, I want you to know that your dollars meant that science kits were able to be made and delivered to students throughout Metro Detroit. And many teachers said that those science kits provided the only hands-on activities that their students had all year. You did that with your support. Thank you.
Feel it again for me. It's hot. Okay, pass it around. Make some observations. Everybody get a chance to feel it. Okay.